Hi, this is Salman Alana and Manos Berlakis, and this is case 203 for the Manual of CTO Interventions. This is a case of questionable no reflow during CTO intervention. The patient was a young gentleman that presented with medically refractory angina in the setting of a CTO of the second obtuse marginal branch and was referred for percutaneous coronary intervention. Dual injection shows a CTO of the second obtuse marginal. It does have a well-defined proximal cap, maybe some sort of microchannel or bridging collateral. There is a bifurcation close to the distal cap, splitting the vessel into a superior and an inferior branch. And then the distal vessel is filling via epicardial collaterals. The superior branch is filling through an epicardial from the diagonal, and the inferior branch is filling through an epicardial coming from the PDA. So based on this, we decided to first try with Antegrade wiring and ADR, leaving retrograde as the last resort because of the small size of the epicardial collateral branches. So we tried to cross using a turnpike spiral and a Fielder XTA guide wire. That made some progress. The turnpike spiral can potentially provide some support by having this thread that screws into the lesion. And then we switched to a Gaia next to, and we had difficulty with turnpike spiral, so we changed to a fine cross. The Gaia next to, unfortunately, is in the extra plug space. We can see here going next to the inferior branch, and also it has advanced quite a bit further past the bifurcation of the distal cap, which is something we want to avoid so we don't have issues with getting flow in both branches. However, after redirecting the Gaia next to, we're able to get it into the distal true lumen. So now we've crossed into the inferior branch. And the next step is to advance a guide wire in the superior branch. The lesion was microcatheter uncrossable, so we removed the fine cross. We did the pre-dilatation using a Sapphire 1.0 millimeter balloon, and then we're able to advance the fine cross and switch that wire for HCM blue wire. We still need to get, however, a wire into the superior branch. So to do this, we did use a Sasuke dual lumen microcatheter, initially with the Sion blue, Sion black, but didn't work out. Likely because we had caused extensive dissection in the proximal vessel. We then used a Gaia next to wire, but this did not cross. It was in the extra plug position, so we decided to do reentry using the Stingray balloon. We did the double blind stick and swap technique with a Gaia next to and a Pilot 200 guide wire, and that seemed to have success in entering the distal true lumen. Now, because there was dissection at the site of the bifurcation, we decided on a two-stent strategy, DK crush, and started by stenting into the superior branch. However, after stenting, we did not have flow into the distal vessel, still filling through the collateral vessels, which was surprising because no reflow is kind of unusual in CTO PCI, so we assumed that the problem here must have been a distal edge dissection on the stent. So we placed another stent to cover that, and to our surprise, things got worse. We still have no flow going through. So clearly what we thought was going on was not correct. And then when we looked more carefully distally at the position of the guide wire, it looks maybe a little suspect. So we did some more injections in a different projection, and now we see here that actually the guide wire seems to be outside the true lumen. So the problem all along was that we had never crossed into the distal true lumen, but that the guide wire has remained into the subintimal or extra plug position. So what to do next? In such situations, the simplest and most effective technique is to fenestrate from the false lumen to the true lumen using the star technique. So we took a polymer jacketed wire, Fielder XTA in this case. We placed an umbrella handle and then advanced the umbrella handle at the tip down. And after doing that, we were able to restore Antegrade flow into the vessel. So we're able to re-enter and have T3 flow in the superior branch. We then continued with DK cross. We did the first kissing, then pot, then we placed the second stent, and then we rewired, did the second kissing balloon inflation, and stented the proximal circumflex as well. And this provided a nice result with Timmy reflow, both in the first obtuse marginal, but also in both the superior and the inferior branch of the second obtuse marginal. What are the key lessons from this case? The first one, which is one of the basic rules of CTO, is to not stent until you confirm that your wire has been into the distal true lumen. We thought that we were true lumen. However, on more careful inspection later on, we realized that the wire was not in the true lumen, which is why when we stented, we did not have any flow. We initially thought that there was a distal edge dissection, but that was not correct. The issue was that we had never re-entered into the true lumen. What is the solution? The solution was to create an umbrella handle in a polymer jacketed wire and essentially do the star technique to advance the knuckle into the distal true lumen and restore Antegrade flow. So in summary, when you have quote-unquote no reflow during CTO PCI, always question the position of the guidewire. If the guidewire is actually into the extra plaque or subintimal position, then one of the solutions to salvage this case is to use the star technique to fenestrate into the true lumen and restore Antegrade flow. Thank you.